Eileo guys, and welcome back. So for today's video I figured I would just show you guys what I do normally, on my day-to-day playthrough of Chronicle. I haven't logged in today at all because I've just been busy. But usually when I log in, I'm sure everyone does pretty much the same thing, but I'll show you guys what I do. Of course you gotta check the inbox, see what's going on in there, but once I log in, I definitely like to come over here to the shop tab and go ahead and do the one free summon for the day, and then I also go to the raid shop as well. But let's see what we got here. Nothing good. A tier 4 rune, C grade, nothing good. I'll come over here to the raid shop, training material, and get a hero piece, and just select whoever that I'm supposed to be building, but I haven't really been focusing too much on that, so I just been picking whoever that I know that has like little to no shards, so I just been picking that instead. And then so loud. After the shop, I'll come over here to the event tab. Normally I come to the event tab, and if I haven't logged in, then I love to make sure I check this and get the extra energy on certain days. And of course achievements, after you log in at a certain point in time, you get a 240. That way I only need to go to the challenge tab once for everything. And like, this is the stuff from yesterday that I haven't collected yet, but I'm going to go ahead and collect that. So we got all that lovely stuff, and then we have all this stuff right here, which I normally don't even change at all, but I do implore you, if you're watching this video, please change it. Please check it out sometimes and see if everything's good up there. See if you can maybe try and hire mission or what. Like, this one's at 43, but it should be at 46. And I can actually go to 47. Let's try 47. See, that's one of the things I talked about right here. Because over time, your combat power should be rising. So it may be a slow crawl, but you'll get there eventually, and then you'll notice that, hey, I'm like 70 CP over the recommended. Maybe I should try the next stage and see if I can auto it. And if you can't auto it, I mean, you can of course play manually, or this gives you a good insight into where your team is faltering at. Like, who do I need to work on next? How do I progress? How do I make my team better? This is a great way for you just to test that out and see it for yourself. But so far, okay, nothing amazing. But the cart is definitely taking some damage. And it's taking them forever to kill these targets. Which isn't good at all, especially so early in the run. Like, Dean, my dude, where are you going at? So Gwen's DPS is okay here. Jago's is very, very lacking. You gotta watch these guys, because they'll end up targeting the carriage. Then there's more enemies over here, which isn't good at all. So as you guys can see, that was getting kind of close. Jago definitely needs his DPS to go up, but this right here provides you with insight in your team of what you need to work on. Obviously, I could change my team composition, but I want to focus on tweaking Jago first before I do anything else. But with that, I just unlocked another level, and let's go back over here to the Expedition tab. Okay, so that's now at 47. So this is a great way just to go through and reassess where your team is at and seeing how they're doing. Make sure you check on the people that you're using. Make sure you check on how many pieces that they have, because I checked my Yanwa because I just never moved her out when she has like 12,000 pieces. It's just insane because I never thought to check it until not too long ago. And then when you see your power rise up here as well, we'll go ahead and just do this one. Just see if it can be done. Again, this provides some insight. I'm just showing you guys what I do every day, even though every day normally I just hit the energy tab for everything in the challenges and then I just let it run. But again, occasionally you need to check on stuff, especially when you get later on in the game, just because you're missing out on extra money and extra things that you could have with no cost to you. Like, imagine you working a 9-to-5 job and you make $10 an hour. Well, with your experience at the job, you could easily be making 13, but you never make 13 because you would never go in and do your daily training or your yearly training because you never thought about it. You know what I mean? Not the same thing, but slightly the same thing. If that makes a bit of sense. So far that barrier's being destroyed. Once again, we need more DPS, Jekyll. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen. They're taking way too much damage. And we still have another wave to go. Oof. Gwen's DPS isn't like amazing, but it's preventing imminent doom right now. Jago should be higher because Dean's is almost up to my Jagles. So I definitely need to address Jago. That's not good at all. Oh, luckily he did less damage than I thought he would. Definitely not even worried about Dean taking any damage. It's actually doing some damage. But Jago's damage is so depressing right now. Like, my Dean almost has as much damage as he does. Alright, so that's down as well, and then there's subjugation left. Because I'm not going to sit right here and do all these, because the video is going to be 85,000 minutes long, and no one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. But let's try this one as well, see if I can progress further. And then after this video, I will continue just seeing how high I can get. But after this, I will go visit my Jago first and see what's going on with him, so I can make note of what I need to work on, and then we'll go over and do PvP. And then also I like to do, 3 raids and the easiest world boss I can do. Which I may not even film because it's just boring to watch. You can set it on auto like I do anyways and just let it run. So we'll probably end the video at the world boss. The beginning of the run, or the start of the run. I know my Gwen, I know her weapon is at tier 7, but Jago's is at tier 6 and so is Dean's. So is it that really big of a jump? Because he's no doubt a burst character, but he should be hitting harder than that. Like right now he's out damaging Gwen. But I believe that's because Gwen's dead. That's literally the only reason why. And Dean is only not even a mil behind him right now. That right there is just unacceptable, man. That is totally disrespectful. So let me go back. We'll go ahead and have that just run for right now. And let's go over here to Jago real quick and see what he has going on. Alright, his weapon's only level 50, and then Gwen's is at 70. And his ring is only at 40. That adds extra 400 at least to his attack. Just by getting up to 50. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but better than what he has. And then her weapon adds nearly 3k. So now I need to figure out how many stones do I have? Let me see how many stones that I have. Because when I do weapon upgrades and armor upgrades, I like to see how much material that I have before I actually do it. That way I have some idea of how long this is going to take. Let's see. I do have 226 right now, so I could definitely get something up on his. I know it's C grade, but better than what I have. 2.5k. So his should be higher at 70 than Gwen's. And can I tier up this? I can. I mean, it's 2 mil, but I obviously have the money for it. But I'll work on upgrading that as well, just to help tweak his attack, because his attack is just gag me with a machete right now. And these are, you may be asking how I get this many stones, and that's because I haven't been using them. I just been collecting them and waiting until days like this. Usually once a week or twice a week I like to go through and just max my stuff out that I'm working on. That way, I mean, it's not a gradual increase, and then his his armor is definitely isn't the best thing in the world right now. He is missing out on some attack from his armor just because of the set he has, but let's first focus on the weapons. Let's work on what's the most meaningful right now and get to that later. Of course, this won't max it out, but 38 is a pretty good chunk compared to before. And now that should be nearly identical to what his weapon at tier 6 was. Yeah, his weapon at tier 6 was about 2.5, so I'm a little bit less than 2.5, but this is only at level 45. So that's definitely going to pay off within the next week in terms of uses, but that means definitely working on Jago. I can also increase his traits, which I'm slowly working on as well, especially since traits are now 100% more affordable. But that just added a little bit of CP to him, which is always great. And he's been using absorption to heal himself, but I could also change that, of course. I could definitely give him resentment. Then Gwen has murderous. We'll give her that. But that right there is a great way just to address any flaws you might have in your team. Just seeing them battle while they're doing a daily, even if you normally auto it like me. Great way to see where their flaws are at and what you need to work on. Now let's go over here. For time purposes, I won't do Infinite Fortress. I do it probably maybe 3 times a week. Of course on Monday, and then probably on Thursday, and then right now today's Saturday. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, just for just to get my rank locked in. But kind of lazy with that. And then Coliseum, come over here and get this. Refresh. And then we're just gonna auto battle. Like I don't even bother with it. Sometimes I just don't do it for so long that when I come back, like I'm fighting dudes that are like 200,000 CP. So I'll refresh it then. Like I'll refresh it 2 times and just increase my rank. But at this point in time, I'm not trying to be top of PvP. I'm just trying to get it done, basically. So 1 down and 3 to go. That one's pretty close. But my Dean is out damaging his Dean. Yeah, I think they're gonna get tore up. You can do it, Dean. You can't do it, Dean. Rest in peace to the squad. I could end it here, but I mean, it's 4 auto battles. Alright, so now that is done. What a blessing. Alright, so I'm at 46 right now. Not like that really matters. We'll go over here. Make sure you guys do the end requests as well. Both of these, just auto it. I mean, you can auto everything, but I like to come over here, do these 2 end requests, do all 3 of these on auto, so I'm not going to waste your time doing that. Grab this achievement over here. Then there's the daily raids. Make sure I come over here and collect my 80k. There's the raids. Normally for the raids, if I'm feeling froggy, I'll do all of the dungeon tab just to expend all my raid tickets. But if not, I'll just do Blackbeard, Desert Blade, and Naga and hop off just to get that achievement. And then I will also, of course, do World Boss, which is pretty much where I will end the video at. But normally it takes me around, I would say, probably half an hour max of doing everything in the game. Especially if I haven't been on it all day, like I haven't been on it today. But if I've been on it like 2 times a day, like when I come back the second time, normally it's just for alchemy. Like I'll check, the game will tell me on my phone that, hey, Eileo, your alchemy is done. So I'll come over and refresh the alchemy, which is when I get back on and finishing up everything. Like I'll collect my rewards from the challenge tab, and I'll collect all that stuff, and I will also do my raid and world boss by then, because normally my alchemy resets around this time. But that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. Of course, just showing you guys what I do as I log in. I'm sure you guys do probably the same thing. If not, it's just a little bit of insight into what I do. But I definitely hope this video helped. I definitely hope it was entertaining. There's more content on the way. At the moment, I'm just really waiting for the update to address anything that I see, or anything that I would like to have changed in the game, or anything that I'm grateful for. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.